Yeah, hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, and we'll join in 5 minutes. Okay. All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry, good afternoon. I am speaking with mute. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I'll exit.
Hi. Okay. Hi. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Can you tell about yourself?
So, working as a Java developer in my current organization. So, I am currently holding experience in Java and its related technology like Spring Boot. For front end, we are using AngularJS. Apart from that, connecting to the database, we are using Spring Data JPA. For database, we are using MySQL Server, and apart from that, for deployment purpose, we are using automotive in current organization.
Okay. You are using Spring Boot, right?
Yes.
Okay. Correct. Can you rate yourself
In what?
Java out of 10?
Java around out of 10.
Okay. Okay. How about data structure and algorithm?
Data structure and algorithm around 6.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. You know collections, right?
Yes.
Can you please tell me difference between hash map and hash table?
Yeah. So hash table is in the multi-threaded environment. We should use a hash table because it provides thread safety, and because of which it's slower than hash map. So hash map is faster than hash table. It is not by default synchronized.
What?
Synchronized. Hash map is not thread safe, and hash table is thread safe.
Okay. That's fine. How hash map internally it will work?
Yeah. About hash map, it supports key value pair. So suppose whenever we are putting values into the hash map, then we have a bucket kind of concept that is like similar to hash table, we can say. So it's a kind of bucket we have. So it puts value on that particular bucket. Actually, it's calculated some hash code or a key. So if suppose key after the calculation and mode by 16, whatever the hash code key it will return, then it will land it to that particular bucket. So in the case of collision occur, suppose two keys have same hash code, then it will append into the it work as like a linked list. So it appended again and again. If the object is same, then it will replace that particular value.
Okay. That's fine. You know, on the hash map it is not synchronized, right? That means it is not thread safe, right?
Yes.
Okay. If I want to use in the multi-threaded environment, how can I use it in the hash map?
So we have a synchronized map method available for that collection of synchronized map, and we can pass. And if we want to perform some operation, so we need some synchronized block, and we can perform operation there.
Okay.
From that we have concurrent hash map for faster performance. We can also go for that.
Okay, that is fine. You know the concurrent hash map versus synchronized hash map, right?
Yeah.
How it will work the concurrent hash map?
So in the case of concurrent hash map, it actually won't lock the entire hash map. It locks only that particular segment. In the case of write operation, it only locks. In the read operation, I think it won't lock that particular segment. So read operation we can run, and while writing it locks that particular segment. That's why it's faster in performance. So it divides hash map, concurrent hash map into different segments.
Okay, that's fine. What is the advantage actually? How many concurrent thread can access? Actually, yeah, that is fine. Not only the read operation, it won't lock the thing, but even a write operation as well, it is lock at how many concurrent threads can access at a time?
Concurrent thread depend on the size of our segment. So while initializing, it has some parameters. So how many segments we want, we can pass there. So I think that many segments concurrently we can write.
By default, how much?
By default, I think it's divided in 16.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you know step, right?
Stack.
It will maintain the unique element. Set. It will maintain unique element.
Yes.
It will maintain the unique flow.
Actually, your voice is breaking in between. I got like a set supports only unique value. So,
Yeah, actually stated as maintaining unique element, right? It is not allowing the duplicates, right?
yes, yes.
Okay. How it is doing actually?
Internally.
Yeah.
Like suppose in the hash map also we have unique key. Something similar concept follow internally.
Yeah, in the hash map, right? Hash map as well it is maintaining the unique key, right? How it is maintaining the unique key?
Same object came then it
You know hash collision as well, right?
yes.
So hash collision when it will occur?
And same hash code of two objects and then that case has collision occur. So it will check the objects are same or not. Then it will replace like something similar. So while adding it checks whether object hash code is same or not, and hash code is same, then it checks the content of the whatever the equals method returns. They return same, then it will it will replace that object. Means the same object will not.
Equal method, what value it will check?
Which one?
The equals method, right? What kind of content it will check?
Equals method. So
yeah, actually the hash code method, if it is two different object, it is giving same hash code. Then you said right, the equal method will call, right?
Yeah.
Equal method, what value it will check?
Yeah, so there we can write like our custom logic. Suppose if we have employee object, so there we can say defined by ID. So if the employee ID is same, then the object will return. Then in equals method, it will return true. But in the case of we are not overriding equals method, then it will call object class equals method. So it will check I think a reference along with value.
I have in the chat I have given one program. Okay, you got it?
Yeah.
What is the output for this?
You have employee ID and name, employee 1 and employee 2, even dot set ID 100, even dot set ID 100. In that case, it will print both employee. Yeah, both employees will print.
Why?
Actually, we want override hash code and equals method inside the employee class so that uniqueness or uniqueness. So we have to write
when I will override hash code equals method.
So
hello.
Actually, in case of custom class issues, here we have employee classes. It will check the reference actually E1 and E2.
Okay.
So their reference different. So I think they are two different objects. That's all.
Okay. Actually, that's fine. I have one question. Okay, where we can override hash code equals method. Whatever the custom class will override, even our controller service as well, it is a custom class only, right?
Yeah, in the model class entity.
Okay. The entity, right?
Yeah.
If it is entity, we have the bidirectional things, right? Maybe consider employee and department, okay?
Okay.
In the employee, if you are using the department ID, right? If I know the one of the properties is department ID, right? If I am using the department ID as a parent key, if you are invoking the department ID, right? Department class it will call, right? Again, the department holding that employee. It will also vice versa. It will while creating the department object, employee object as a dependent, right? How it will create the object?
So you have bidirectional relationship between the employee and department.
Okay. Yeah, I have bidirectional, unidirectional as well, right? If I have bidirectional, even unidirectional as well, even you are maintaining a unidirectional, but I want the data with entity using both data, right? Both side you need to get the data, right? How even you have property of each other, right? That means it will occur the deadlock. It will not create the object, right? Even one more thing, right? Even if you are creating your lazy fetch eager fetch, right?
Yeah.
Lazy loading, eager loading. If you are using, I'm giving on the employee, right? If I am giving lazy loading, even the department I am calling, it will invoke the query, right? It has load a department as well, right?
Yeah.
And that means it both it will at a time it will even whatever the object on the property of employee class, right? All it will load by eagerly, right?
Yes.
If consider I have more, also if I have more than 50 table along together synchronized, means if I consider one transaction table, okay? If the transaction table is dependent upon the master data as well as the transaction of the child as well, right? It connected many tables, right? All together it will load at a time, right? Whether that is good or not.
In entity class question, like conclude, I want to conclude. We want to know about if I override in the entity has for an equals and if we have multiple relationships. So is it good or bad?
Actually, what it will do, if you are doing, first of all, it won't work. Okay. First of all, it will give deadlock. It won't create the object. Second, if you are doing again, if you are doing also, okay, whatever I defined as a lazy loading, right? It's not loaded like a lazy. It fire eagerly while loading the employee. Whatever the child of employee, right? It also invoked that time. That means it is eager load, right?
Yeah.
That's also gone right here. That is not put right entirely. Even one employee loading the information, maybe all the information I am not required, right? The list of employee, if I am maybe some page it's a dashboard, right? If I am opening, it will load all the data, right?
Yeah.
All the data at the time it is performance, right?
Yeah, degraded performance.
Performance degraded and other things. It is a DP side also too much load for one user, right? If I have concurrent users, DP as well get down, right?
Yes.
Okay. Usually we not recommended. Actually, if you need to use the entity class, you need to take lot of high. Okay. If you are using any POJO, the transfer POJO object being right, whatever the transfer object you are using, that is enough.
I want to add something. Like in the most of the time we are adding in the DTO, that is data transfer object actually. So there we can write this logic entity.
I said right. Actually, mostly you need to follow that. If you want your override entity, you need to take on lot of high on this. Okay? It is not easy to dashboard and equals method, right? It is not very easy to write the entity class. If you are touching the entity class for this purpose, it is a lot of overhead.
Actually I used in the DTO, so my mistake, I said entity.
That is okay, but I'm telling that if you are we can override. Okay, if you are overriding, you need to take a lot of corner case. Okay, you need to address that case, otherwise it will end up with some issues. Okay. Okay, that's fine. You know serialization. Before moving on to the serialization, I want to know if I have the list of employees. Okay, the list of employees, I have the duplicate value as well. Okay, I want to remove the duplicates as well. I want to do sorting based on my business requirement. Okay, how you will sort it? How you will do it? This which collection you will use?
To sort the employee list, we can use like suppose we have a list of employee and want to sort. So first of all, there is two way to sort employee based on like employee ID and name. If you want to sort by ID, so we need to implement.
Maybe I have given small things. Okay, maybe employee salary. So whatever the things, right? It's the property is based on business. I given some little bit example for the unicity of the things. Okay, but if you have multiple property based on employee salary, I need to sort it. Okay, based on some name or age, I need to sort it. Based on the business. Okay, even same class, it is sorted on multiple places, multiple scenario, right?
So in that case, we can use comparator.
Yeah, that is fine. But where you will implement the comparator? This will support us. to remove the duplicate as well as I need that.
Okay, reset.
Tree set it will give by default natural setting, right?
Yes.
I don't want the natural setting. I want to, based on my business, I need to sort it my data. How you will
Customize, you don't want to use tree set, or you want to customize tree set. So we can also customize, I think, tree set. There we can write comparator, and that comparator we
customize means?
suppose we have collections dot sort method available. So in sort we have to pass collection.
Actually that is explicit sorting, right?
Okay.
With tree set, how you will get it?
So
Actually, if you are doing same, if you are doing explicit, right? If you are collection dot sort, you set you need to remove. You need to iterate to that the data, same data at a different time, right? Even you consider I have 1 lakh record. 1 lakh record I need to, first of all I need to, what you do, you will remove the data, and after that you need to pass the same data and the collection you need to for sorting purpose, right? If you are giving that reset, it won't give that much trouble. Okay, internally it will remove the duplicate, it will sort the data, right? Well, the incoming itself it will take care of both things, right? While giving the single, it is also single line of code, right? Why I should write more than more logic? Even if you are giving the collection dot sort, right? It will mutate original list as well. It may be the employee object, whatever the things, right? List of the object. If you are giving collection dot sort, it will mutate my original list as well, right? If I use tree set, I don't mutate my input data.
So I think in that case, in the case of tree set, we can do one thing, like we can implement comparable interface in our employee class, and there in the compare to method we can write logic for reverse order.
Actually, one thing is, right? If you are not giving any comparator or comparable inside employee class, right? If I am passing any customized class with tree set, it won't accept. It won't accept. It will throw the exception, right? With that things, it is always default setting only it will give, right? Maybe leave about the things, but you can, with offline you just verify. Actually, the kind of very actually this is not a challenging question at all. Okay, it is very easy. The basic question only. If you are using this actually day to day, you are starting and searching Apple, right? Every place you will do these things, but I'm not sure your case. You need to sort the data, you need to remove the duplicate. Many places it is required, okay? Not only single place. Why you not use he said I am not sure. Okay. Mostly generally people right, it will remove the duplicates with separately and it will sort it the data. But the efficient way we can do it with the tree set. Okay, that's fine. But to know serialization, right?
Yeah.
Why do we need to serialize our object?
If we want to write our object to the file, so there we need some serialization. So we can serialize in write of string, and we can write our object into the file, and there we can by deserialization get back auto deserialization and deserialization. In that we have a serial UID version, some long values there that is used for in the case of deserialization.
In the case of deserialization, what it will how it will help? Actually,
yeah, it checks whether the object serial UID version is same or not.
Okay. Maybe consider I have employee class. I am doing serialized employee object, right?
Okay.
The object it is converted into by stream. Other end it is while doing the deserialization, right? I got only byte object. How I need to recognize now the deserialization process it is recognized to my source object. It will be an object, the employee object or student object or customer object. How it will be recognized?
Yeah. Okay. So while you're deserializing the object, so read resolve method is there.
Read resolve how it will give? Maybe for over the network, right? Hello. You actually you serialized one object, converted the object state into by stream. The by stream it is transfer over the network, right? Yeah. It might be the file, it might be the DB, it might be you are transferring one system to another system over the network, right?
Yeah.
If you are doing the deserialization, if it is same, it is not even on a same JVM, right? One JVM to another JVM as well, it will transfer, right? That maybe other end can read other JVM as well, right? How it will be recognized actually?
So you are sending one JVM to another JVM.
Then not only another JVM, okay? If that data it is over that network is transferred even one system to another system, that DP as well you are it is while not saving the knowing them, right? Maybe you are saved the data after that someday, even not only the same day, someday you are retrieving the data, it will telling that you need to you need to convert this object, right?
I don't get in that much depth, but I know that while deserializing the UID version, that while deserializing checks the version. UID version. Okay. Then it recognizes that the same object or not.
Yeah, actually, what it will save the state of an object, right? Whether if it is work with the network, you are corrupted the data. If it is changed, the state changed, it will show while doing the serialization. It throws some exception because of the object state. It is not able to change it as a state like that, right?
Okay. So if you change the state, then it will throw it.
It will throw the exception. The serialization while doing makes the object at the same state. The object state it will change it like that, and it will throw. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It will also help up the serialization UID, but just to check how it will be. Okay. You know exception, right?
Exception.
Yes. Why we need to handle the unchecked exception?
Yeah. So,
and how the exception propagation will happen?
So, like if we are following the map that is throwing some checked exception, so as compile time error, so we need to handle it. If you want to propagate, then we can
checked means
child of exception class or checked exception, child of runtime
actually
class.
If you are using checked, right? Checked means it is compile time error, okay?
Yes, checked means compile time.
If it is unchecked, it will be runtime.
Yeah.
And why we should handle a question?
Which one? Unchecked.
Why unchecked exception?
Okay. So if we are not handling unchecked exception, so what happens? Will some exception occur in between? So what happens? Exception clause object will be generated, and that if we are not handling it, want to go to the cache block, it will directly go to the like our JVM, and JVM destroy that particular object, and termination of our application is done uncertainly. That is why we need to handle unchecked.
If you are handling also, maybe if it is a null pointer exception, right?
Yeah.
Like a null pointer exception, okay? I want to store my, maybe you are doing the sign up, okay? With sign up, I need to do the data, I need to persist DB, right? DB or some system, right?
Okay.
If you are not passing the proper information, whatever the expected information, right? You are not passing that. I got based on the data, the user information is not available. I am telling that null pointer exception, right?
Okay.
If I got null pointer exception, if you are handling, you are continuing also without data, you can't persist my data, right? Why we need to that also again it will end up with some issues only and won't fulfill the job, right?
So generally why we are handling, we should know the reason why our application is not behaving.
Actually, if you are not handling also, JVM definitely it will handle, it will give the stack trace of the error. Okay?
Yeah, but I think a user should know which is the reason behind his information is not saved. So there in the cache block, in the cache block we can write the logic for that. It will return that some error occurs. That's why your application is not saved. Or along with the message we can pass whatever the message we are getting while executing.
Okay, so what you can do, you have 7+ years of experience, right?
Yeah, I received the link.
Yeah, just open that link. Open it.
Yeah, now it's open.
Okay. Here I have given one question. Okay. You need to find nth largest number in the array.
Okay.
Okay. In term of n means it will be maybe if I am giving 2, you need to find second largest. If I am giving 5, you need to find fifth largest number in the array.
Okay.
You got it right?
Yeah.
That's right to program for even that methodological alone is just right. Okay. What is the code synopsis it is required for finding nth largest, right? Maybe method or whatever the things, right? To write that things alone. With the optimized way, you need to get the data. One thing, right? You don't use any inbuilt method. Okay.
Okay.
Maximum it takes minutes, not more than. Okay. Now it's 340. Very max you can take 350. That is also very high. This is not that much complex program. Okay. Maybe whatever the logic you just explain. Can you turn on your video? Sorry. Can you turn on your video?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. Okay. Sorry.
Actually, if I go to the screen, then I think it's now it's on or off.
Yeah, on only. Sorry.
Okay. So inbuilt function I cannot use.
Yeah. Yes. Part of that you are going to get the data. If we are using two for loop, right? It's not optimized way.
Okay.
It definitely it will end up with n square issues, right? Even that the n square at the post case, right?
Okay. Actually, 1/10 array I am taking for holding the, like suppose we will get number 4, so we have to hold in 4/10 variable.
Yeah, that is okay. But even though, right, if we are doing the iterate again, right? Even that not be a size of an array. Maybe I will give some, maybe 1 to 10, right? Maybe I will give 2 as well, right? You are not able to iterate the 2. You are not unable to set the, if it is you are setting the temporary array, the temp array, right? If it is 2, it is not good, right? So you are unable to sort the data as well.
So if we sort arrays.sort method is there, when do
actually that is actually if you are giving that things, right? Even now we don't want to see, even nowadays Java 8, right? I can start it and I can get it as data as well. Okay.
So,
even I can on the same API I can start the data. I can get it with a single line of code. I can get the data.
Yes.
Maybe whatever the number you want, you are given, right? I can get it. So you have idea or not? Actually, maybe how you will get it. Okay. You know sorting algorithm, right?
Yeah, bubble sort, but its complexity is like n square.
It is not a sorting algorithm. Not at all. It is not a sorting algorithm. Okay. It is a kind of heuristic case. Okay. This is not if you do that thing, right? It does not enable your experience. Maybe you whatever the which sorting algorithm will give best result in terms of time, the complexity.
Divide and conquer algorithm, like quick sort and merge sort will give us optimum.
Okay, maybe you can do it right. You can write it. Okay, can you leave that things? Okay, maybe I will give another question. Okay. If you are not getting, please let me know. Because already we are wasted 15 minutes.
Okay.
Simple.
Yeah.
Okay. If you are not know the logic, or even if you are knowing the logic, you are not getting on how to right. If you are any difficulties, please let me know. Maybe I will give other things. Okay. Based on that, I'm not telling you need to answer these things. Otherwise, you are not like that. I'm not telling. Okay. Maybe one thing, right? You need to focus other. Maybe if you are not in one problem, maybe we'll move to common other. Maybe based on the things, right? We will move other things. Based on other things, we will conclude. It is not. I'm telling that you need to write exactly. Otherwise, I will reject like that. I'm not telling. Okay. If you are not comfortable, please let me know.
Okay. I have not tried in such because we have arrays.sort and there you get definitely the nth largest number.
Yeah, actually, this is this logical question only. I'm not asked kind of I'm not asking any. It is a kind of rank or I'm not asking problem statement. I'm not giving big problem statement. you need to solve this, right? It is what in terms of the startings, right? If you are not using bubble chart, maybe you can use any number of things, okay? We have a lot of startings, right? We have a lot of estimates, we can start it, even if you want to start the data, or you can, whatever the data, right? Maybe you can insert some places based on the comparison operator. You can check the data, you can save the data. Some places based on that, you can get the data as well. You don't want to sort the data as well. It is up to you, okay? Maybe you are iterating the largest number you are finding. If it is, you are adding some largest number, right? Based on that number, maybe I am giving fifth, right? Based on the up to fifth element, you are adding some places, right? That also good. If you are finding the element, you are iterating, you are finding fifth up to fifth largest. I don't want to start the remaining as well. Okay? You got it at the fifth largest, then you can get it directly. Even whatever the data you are stored, even in the bigger element, you need to replace already existing whatever the lower, right? If in terms of you are based on index you are adding, right? You can replace that value. If n number of ways we can get it, okay? But I am not forcing, but up to you. Okay, based on optimized way, you can write it. Okay, that is fine. Okay, leave about that things. I'm not taking anything. Okay, but the only thing, right? Don't take a lot of time, and finally, if you are taking some time, okay, even 10 or 15 minutes you are taking, right? If you are producing some output, it is good enough, right? Yeah. If you are taking 20 minutes, you are not giving anything, that won't give anything. It will end a problem for you only. Yeah. Okay. You got the idea how you are going to get the common element with this thing?
Common element?
Yeah. You saw the question, right?
So below,
yeah,
3 arrays are there.
All these 3 is started array. Okay. You need to get a common element among this. With optimized way, you can get it. Okay.
You can add all of 3 arrays and remove duplicates from there. So
that means it does not give the common element. I am not asking all these 3 the unique elements. Okay.
Okay, only unique.
I am not asking the unique. Okay. I am asking the common element. If you are removing the duplicates, it will give you the unique element. You got it right, okay?
Yeah, we can. Common means, yeah. Suppose we adding all these and we are sorting, so we will get some duplicate element like 10 and 20. Then we will able to remove, like we can remove one element from there. So I'm seeing here.
Maybe whatever the best way, right? You can do it, okay? But the only thing, right? If whatever approach you are already set, right? If you are removing the duplicate, it gives the unique element all among 3, right? It won't get only the common element, okay? I need common element, okay? Just to focus that alone. Okay, maybe whatever the way. But whatever the logic you are putting, you are getting the data, somewhat it will be efficient. I will have no problem. Okay, but one more thing. But if you are doing the data, right? If I am changing the data, it won't break the thing. Okay, you just carried out that alone. If whatever we are the programmer, if based on some data and producing output, it is not good, right? It is not dependent on that data. If it is dependent on the data, I can output as well. Yeah. And that also you carried out. Okay. If I am changing the data, it will work. Okay. You don't work with already the existing. If I am giving some other data, right? Maybe I am giving one more the common element. That also need to find. Okay. I am not telling one loop. Whatever optimized. Okay. If it is required 3 loops, you can. Okay. But if it is not required for this logic, you don't use it.
I will try to optimize it.
First of all, you write some logic. Okay.
Okay, logic. I will check largest array.
Largest array means?
This is largest array we have. I will try to loop with this largest array. So I will iterate from there. So first element is 3. Then I will check the same element is available or not. So
okay, that's right. Okay. Actually, don't waste it. If you are taking the time, right? We are discussing more than 10 minutes. Okay, more than 10 minutes we are talking about this thing, but it is
because it is sorted in order.
Actually, array of I it is not how the same nothing, right? It is how just initialized the length of 3, right? Yeah. Whatever the array length, you are taking the size of that only. Maybe it is 10 or 20. If it is, it will 20 pairs you are allocated for the array, but there is no value in it.
Sorry.
If you are giving the compare, actually you are creating the array with whatever the third array, right? The size of an array, it will be in the same length of the third array. Do not copy the data. Okay. Even if you are copying the data with the third array, that won't give the proper thing, because both you are iterating, what you are copying the data, that also same. Okay.
Really striking.
Okay. What you can do, no problem. You can repress the things actually, but the problem statement is very important. But we can use n number of way we can get it. Okay. If you are getting the data with the binary search, you are passing the array, you are getting the data, you can get it. Okay. One, if you are maybe the data, right? If I am getting the first array, if I am taking, if you are converted whatever the data with asset or asset, right, or list as well, right? If you are merging the data, you can check whether it is contained. Based on the contents, you can check. Okay. If you are putting in the list, otherwise if you are removing the duplicates, you are whatever the data, right? You are just taken one array, you put it at a set, you just remove the duplicates. If again you need to move before doing the things, right? You can do lot of ways. Even you can with set, right? You can compare whether it is we will check, right? If it is two different objects, we are using the set, whether it's the same element is contained or not, I will check, right, with the two array. Why I need to take the set? Because I don't want to, maybe it is contain duplicates as well, right? I don't want to have the duplicate value. I will remove and I will check. Maybe if it is 10 element, right? And the inside 10, maybe 2 element is repeated too many times, right? Based with that, we can check that way as well we can check. If I am using the algorithm, right? Binary search, what you want to search some, maybe I'm giving some number, you need to search to binary search, right? Like that, you need to take one input, you need to search it in the second array, whether it is present or not. If it is present, you need to proceed with the same element at the third array. Same logic. Okay? Again, you need to pass the same value with the third array. You need to check it whether it will present or not. If it is present, you need to put it a common array. This is the common element. If it is not present, no problem. You can increment your all the first array. You need to go again. You need to repeatedly. You need to go with it. If it is you are getting the data from first array, your second array, the second array contains, no problem. You need to check that array. If it is not present, you need to increment like that only.
So here an array to start with 6 onwards.
No problem. Yeah, no problem. Just reference the concept, and even concept as well. You have something need to reference. Okay. Just reference the concept. Even you are knowing the things, but you are not recollected. You are telling. First of all, I am asked with the state how it is removing the duplicate. I don't know that thing. But you are telling that based on dashboard. Again, it is asset as well. It is playing under hashing only, right? What underlying the set also, it is how internally storing the data, right? How to store the data. Set, internally using hash map. Okay. Whatever you are passing the value that set it as a key. Again, it is present at the first time. Second, if you are both, it is present, it is giving the false statement and also taking the output alone. Okay, it's not going to the replace or whatever the things, right?
Yeah. Through HasMap key, we can solve this problem.
Yeah. Actually, not HasMap problem. Okay, again, the internally set also you can go inside the set. Okay, check how it is again. It is used HasMap only.
Yeah.
Maybe you not went through. Maybe go and check the package. Okay, the set whatever the assets, right? You go inside asset, how the data storing. If you add method, you go inside add method, how the data where the data storing. Okay, just check those things. It will help. Maybe what we can do. Maybe I will check it. Karthik, and we will do research. We will proceed. I don't want to goes. Even if you proceed like that, it is definitely it is not good for you as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually internal
That's
data
proper.
structure, but it's a very good discussion.
Okay.
I never thought in this way actually. Without using internal data structure, I have to implement my. So I will definitely improve this
We
data
can
structure.
get it a lot of way, not only the things. Okay, even if you are putting the data with whatever the as array list you are converted right, you are merge the list, you can get it the data. Okay? Even otherwise, if you are maintaining the list, any collection, it accepts the collection of data, right? Maybe whatever the array you can convert it as a list, you need to pass the state. After to set, you need to check whether the value is present. If it is present, you need to check the data array. If it is not, you not no need. Even if you are each indication, right? Maybe I and take a. If you are taking with the equality of three value, you can do it like that way. Otherwise, if it is not present, you can increment the I and j as well with one loop itself, right? We can get it many ways. That's not as the single thing. I'm not telling that you need to use the data structure. Okay, we can get it in multiple ways. This is common element, right? Even if you are, I want to ask, I need to ask remove the common element or remove the duplicate value. It is also very common. Okay. No problem. Okay, we just reference the problem statement as well as the concept. Read it. Okay. Oh, thanks.
Thanks for your time.